I'm afraid to move. I'm also afraid I busted my camera.
Hello and welcome back to the Greenhorn Photo Taker. Today we are at Campens Brook, a very popular stream that I had actually never been to before, which is quite amazing when you think about it, how wonderful this place is. I took the day off from work. I had a full day planned. It was one of those mesmerizing spring days with showers, partly sunny, partly cloudy skies that really promised to be wonderful for photography. My goal was this brook in the morning and then maybe head up to Cliff Park or some type of overlook to see the dark gray clouds and the blue sky commingled from some vantage point. But what happened is, and you'll see in a moment, I took a pretty bad fall.
Holy shit. I'm afraid to move. I'm also afraid I busted my camera. My whole body cracked. I landed right on my back. I don't want to open up my camera bag at all. So I'm all right, but I just slipped on this moss-covered rock right next to the edge of a flowing cascade, and I landed on my back. And of course my backpack's on my back with my camera inside, so I'm really terrified to find out what's going on in here right now. It felt like a full weight on my back. I don't know how this is. Oh, the goodness. Why is nothing broken? The adrenaline's starting to wear off, man. Holy goodness, that is crazy. I cannot believe that just happened. I've got my phone, my keys, That could have been so bad. That could have been so bad. All right, Lou, the rocks are extremely slippery. I'm like shaking a bit.
And there are a few things about the fall that really had me shooken up for the day. The first is I had fully intended to walk out on this outcropping and had not even for a moment thought that the rocks could be slippery. So what would have happened if I had fallen out closer to the outcropping? You know, one of, I guess, two things could have happened. The same type of fall where I would land on the rock and stay there, which is okay. That would have been fine. But the second type of fall could have been into the stream, which would have ruined my entire camera kit, or worse, fallen into the stream and then got washed down this cascade. And my goodness, if I had got washed down the cascade, there is a percentage chance that could have been something I didn't recover from, which is just insane to think about it because in the moment, I had no danger alarms whatsoever in my mind. So it just has me really pausing and being introspective today about how stupid somebody can be. I'm usually extremely careful, and I didn't even think to see if the rock was slippery. And I'm partly ashamed, partly relieved, but the rest of the day, I had the wobbly legs and really struggled. In fact, I had to cut the day short. I just wasn't in it. It really took me out of the moment. And then I guess the third thing, if I had left my pack on the ground to get closer, like I could have really smacked my head. Like the pack saved me from, I think, damaging my head because I fell, my heels kicked up forward and I fell exactly straight back and landed right on my pack. So without my pack, at a minimum, I would have smacked my back. And then most likely my head would have followed through and smacked the rock afterward. Instead, what happened was I got a little whiplash. I landed on my back and my neck continued forward, whiplashing it so it hurts, but it never hit the rock. So all in all, crazy, crazy situation. And I'm telling you this because I promise there were no alarms going off in my head as, hey, this might be a little risky. So always be aware of your surroundings. Danger is apparently right around the corner when you don't even know it. Van Campens Glen was, well, majestic. And I think I've done enough talking for one day, and I'll let the brook speak for itself. I did eventually find a composition that I liked. It was next to a small shelf that really wasn't in any danger of causing me to fall into the river. The scene called to me for two reasons. One, the wonderful moss on both the left and right was such a striking shade of green. And two, I really liked how the entire right side into the middle of the frame had different cascades. You really can't tell where that water is coming from, and of course that was intentional. So this was ultimately my lone shot on the day. I chose to crop it in 3x1 format, which is something I've really never done with a waterfall or a stream picture, but I like how it shows the perspective of being close to the water, and it almost looks like I'm standing in the water to take the picture, and I definitely was not. I will absolutely be returning to Van Campens Glen multiple times in the future. I know I have just scratched the surface. I did eventually make it to Lake Asherow to try to do some birding, but the rains came almost immediately, and eventually I realized my heart wasn't in it anyway. Thanks for taking this journey with me today. Get out and explore.
Hello and welcome back to the Greenhorn Photo Taker. We are at Van Campens Glen Falls, and I almost died? No. Hello and welcome back to the Greenhorn. Hello and welcome back to the Greenhorn Photo Taker. We are at Van Campens Glen, and I was just dangerously. Hello and. I can't talk. Okay. Hello and welcome back to the Greenhorn Photo Taker. We are at Van Campens Glen, and I either just almost lost, I don't know, $6,000 in camera equipment, or maybe I almost drowned. I'm not sure. Either way, we'll get to it.